you very much. So let me start sharing my screen. Okay, can you confirm that you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. So at the beginning, I would like to say good morning to everyone. It's a real honor and a pleasure to be today with you. For me, I would like to express my gratitude for the invitation and also having opportunity to share a few ideas, a few thoughts on audit management systems. So today, I would like to talk about four main, I would say, tips or hints, which I believe are valuable for those who already decided or will decide to start or to enter the challenge to introduce IT systems that will help performing internal audit activities. So let me move to the first one. So the first one is, what is maybe it might seem obvious, but I believe it's very important is to make sure that the platform that you choose or you will choose is or works aligned with well-recognized standards and methodologies. Today we are in IIA conference, we are talking about other standards, but this is obvious and these are the baselines for your future success. The second topic or the second point which is worth to consider is to do kind of homework and really understand what are your business priorities and make sure that the platform that you will choose offers the benefits which are important, to your business. And if we are talking about benefits, I believe that there are, let's say, I will discuss, let's say, two dimensions. The first one is the efficiency, and nowadays, from my experience, what is the most important is the organizations or the internal audit organizations. They are looking for, let's say, how to improve their accuracy. At the same, how to do it working with the same teams, maybe working faster, and also keeping in mind, that the costs are important and how to achieve all these elements. The second angle, which is important, is the strategic perspective. So looking for the software, what is important is that that organizations that we work, they really insist on let's say on providing the value, how to create or how the systems let's say strengthen their resilience. And the way how they work, and they receive it or they gain the again by maintaining or working within the clear standards and how the application, how the software can maintain these standards and make the work is performed in the organized manner. There are also, let's say, the two words that are mentioned. The first is the flow, and the second word is the focus. So the flow is also, it is what I have already discussed. To make sure that all the processes and the way how they organize, they are performed in the smooth and organized manner. And the second word is the focus. So how the application, how the platforms, how they support organizations with doing the right things on the right time. So in this case, what is important is to have capabilities to perform risk assessments, to prioritize the activities which has the highest value, the activities which can help build sustainable organization. And also, we should also consider, let's say, the strategic values for the organizations from to a different perspective. The one is how how the internal audit department, how they can and how the system that they are using can identify risk and opportunities for the business users for their operation, and at the same time, if these systems can also help them identify, opportunities or innovations that can be aligned with the overall business strategy. And to do it is by providing the clear data that prompts for the informed and intelligent decision. The last point, from the strategic perspective, is the transparency in performance, transparency in monitoring, which creates trust and creates again also it's the key success factor for the long run success in business. So having these two, strategic perspective, then what is important to look for is the evaluation of the features that are offered by different solutions. And here I have a list of 10 that I believe are the most important, the ones which are crucial. So the first one is, let's say, everyone currently speaks about automation, and that's true. That the automation can or helps organizations increase the scale of operation. So if we have limited number of people, limited resources, then automations are the key features which can help you increase your operations and the scale of internal audits. The second elements are the workflows, which are especially important for the extended teams. And if an objective for you is also quality assurance for your processes and the strict approvals, then the workflows can help you to perform this operation in a quick and effective manner. The third feature is how the platforms can help strengthen the communication. The communication which is essential for collaboration for the stakeholders and also improve the efficiency. The next element for the large organizations, especially ones with a large internal audit department, are the elements which are supporting the project management capabilities. Meaning here, how the platforms can help you with scheduling and resource balancing for the large group of people, and all at the same time how it supports the prioritization of activities. The next element is which I believe is also important, is how the platform offers you the access to the data. So in this element, I mentioned the concept of the open source data model, which means that the platforms should enable the business users for an easy and secure access for the data, and also giving capabilities to build reports, ad hoc reports, because our business environment it changed very often and to a high extent, and the reporting capabilities are quite difficult to predict. So the platform should provide you with an easy access for your data, because you are the owners of the data. They should be secured, but at the same time, the platform should provide you an easy access to them. The next element is which also refers to reporting, is the automation and configuration of reports. and especially if you require, and which is also obvious, that the reports should be distributed to the leadership teams. So the automation and securing that all the data are up to date is crucial for your success, for the success of your implementation, and also evaluation of your activities with the senior management. The next element is your audit universe, which consists of different, let's say, standards, frameworks that are governed by which your organization should govern, but at the same time having in one place the standardized list of your processes, business units, and control activities, because these are, let's say, the subjects of your or objects of your internal audit activities. And giving an access to them, to the business users, is highly another key success factor, because it, as I said, it creates, let's say, the robustness of your solution and trust for your end users. The last three elements are, I would say, are very technical, but they are also highly important. The first one is the capability for the tool, for the platform, to be easily integrated with the external sources of data, which is important if you would like to introduce the concept or the activities for the continuous continuous or even kind of online auditing, which means that you should, if you are able to establish your key risk indicators, and you can build and you can configure your platform that the platform can automatically monitor the values and the thresholds with these external sources. That's the key objective for the currently for most of organizations, enabling them to quickly react if let's say the differences in thresholds are met. Then the internal audit can assess the situation and take appropriate actions. And the next element is, currently we are working in let's say in multinational. I mean, very often, and I believe that in the future, let's say the working in the multinational environment will be, let's say, our regular way of working. So the support for the multi-language is a key. And the last element is the way how the platform can be deployed or utilized by your organization. If it's a cloud or if it's on-premise installation. Usually, I mean, we have a different experience with our customers. Some of them are reluctant to the cloud, and they prefer, or they have a strict guidelines that all the data, they should be on their premises. So, and this is also the way how we can provide or how the system can provide you with the data. So reviewing all these features, the last point that I would like to mention is is to understand the differences between the platform that you consider, because we know that I mean, currently on the market you might find platform or solutions which are very similar, and the key element is to understand the differences between them, find out what are the strengths, and how these strengths can fit on the particular post, can fit your current business needs. And again, there are a few dimensions for these differences. So the first one is how how a specific solution is, to which extent is configurable, adaptable, and flexible. So how it might be adjusted to your specifics. Then is it intuitive? In this case, I mean, if you would like to save your time, resources in the long run, intuitiveness is also a key factor. Another element is a platform that you consider a part of the wider ecosystem. And here, what I can share with you is that from our experience, the organizations currently are, I mean, if they want to improve or if they want to improve their security or the cost or resource usage, usually they tend to reduce the number of systems, they tend to reduce the number of vendors, and they are looking for the solutions which are robust, that they can give them more capabilities that only one element or one domain overall in GRC. The next point is the size of the vendor and your expectations regarding other elements that only, let's say, the support and service. So if the provider of the platform is capable to provide you with additional expertise, which might that is the one that you are looking for. Usually, I mean, the larger vendors with the good track record can give or can provide more value. And the last element is the question if the provider is willing or is capable to go so-called an extra mile. So what does it mean? It means that right now I believe that all of us has an experience working for more than one company. So even the situation that companies are following the same standards, always there are specifics in their operations. There are some specifics which are incomparable to the other companies. And at the end of the road, the question is how the provider or how the system can be adjusted, and to which extent, I mean, to meet your specific requirements. So summarizing the lessons learned that I wanted to share with you is first, I mean, make sure that the system, that the platform that you have, they meet standards. In this case, in particular, IIA standards. Then what is your business priorities, and if the platform can meet can provide you with the required benefits, I mean, for your organizations, then evaluate or assess how the features, the detailed features, can meet your needs, and at the end, what is important is to review. I mean, is evaluate the differences and choose the solution, the platform which is the best fit and has the larger scale of, let's say, strength that supports your current business needs. So that's all, I mean, from my side. I don't know if you have any questions right now. That's I believe the Q&A session. I'm open for at the end. If you have any questions, and if you want to contact me, I mean, please do not hesitate to discuss your current challenges. If you wish to, let's say, you need some kind of additional knowledge sharing, that I'm very open because as you can see, we have worked with many customers all around the world on different, let's say, GRC initiatives. And if you have some questions, please do not hesitate to contact me, because as you can see, we as a company we are recognized by the by the leaders in their sectors. And even, let's say, awarded for the partnership approach and the way how we work with them. So thank you very much.
7 minutes for questions. Okay, so first question, Tatiana, from you.
Okay, thank you, Victoria. Thank you very much, Jacek. This is very interesting because as far as I know, maybe you correct me, there is no customers in Ukraine, and we actually, our market is hungry for such a products, because internal audit function is not mature yet, and we are in the process of developing, and such a tools would be very helpful. So my question is, do you have a support service team local here in Ukrainian, or how can you support those who will become your customer? And the second, is that possible that your tool will work in Ukrainian language, because this is mandatory at the local markets to have working papers in Ukrainian?
Okay, so I will reply to the first question maybe at the beginning. So our company, and I work for this company currently for more than 10 years, but let's say the history is about 20 years. We have supported, let's say, our customers in more than 60 countries all over the world. So starting from, let's say, from New Zealand, Australia, Japan, China, India, all the Europe, and finishing, let's say, on in Americas. And we have never had a need to have the local customer support. So and also, let's say, with the different time zones. So always we provide the service, from locally, let's say, from Poland. And so that's why I think it works, and there were no issue. And as you can see, I show you the list of our customers, and it works very well. The second question was about multi-language support and the Ukrainian language support. Our platform is, let's say, is fully. We can add the translations to it. It's fully multi-language. The only difference, the only element which currently is not met, is the content. So the information about the regulations, because for the organization, usually the organization has let's say, predefined language for which is working in the organization, and then the user interface might be translated by the main elements. The definition of your, for example, definition of processes, or definition of definitions of control activities. They usually are in the one language to make sure that everyone are on the same page and understand it correctly. But replying to your question, yes, we support Ukrainian language.
Okay, thank you. We have one more question from our participants which are watching us online. Is it possible to get a promo version of audit management system? It's a question from Marina Tkachenko.
It was a question about demo?
Yes, promo version of your system.
Yes. So yes, that's we have the demo environments available, and if someone wants to, let's say, review it and has a hands on it before making the final decision, it's obvious and it's possible.
Okay, thank you. And another question we also have from online participant Artem Sarnatsky. What is the cost range for the system for internal audit platform? Is the one a time investment or does it work more like an annual subscription?
Okay, so usually we work on a subscription model. So in fact, the pricing depends on the number of modules that you are using and the number of users. And it's very, let's say, the model is very flexible and it doesn't require a huge investment at the beginning.
Okay, and one more question, sorry, from online participants. With how many Ukrainian banks you already signed the contracts? I suppose you already answered this. But...
So currently, let's say we are in contact with one Ukrainian bank, because I mean, as you said, I mean that's the beginning, I mean for us usually we work for let's say Western Europe countries, and frankly speaking, let's say we started the operation in Poland, let's say 5 years ago. So our main focus, I mean, from the very beginning, were, let's say, I would say the West markets like US or Western Europe, because it gives us, let's say, an access to the let's say to the knowledge, which is, let's say, the high, I mean, with the higher standards, and let's say in the last 5 years. We decided to, I mean, the need for and the awareness of such areas, they come to life, and so that's why we started Poland. And right now we have the first signals that these elements might be interested for Ukrainian market. But at the same time, I would say that. Usually, we started with the highly regulated industries like pharmaceutical or finance, and right now more and more production companies are also turning to GRC, internal audit. It becomes very, very popular in Europe, and also, let's say, I would say from my perspective to the whole Europe.
Okay, thank you so much. And to stay in line with our agenda, I see that we have lots of questions, but still let's make them very fast. Fast question, fast answer. Okay, so
okay.
The fast.
Okay.
Jacek, thank you a lot for your presentation and insight you share with us. I'm from Ukrainian Railway. My name is Yuri. I would like to ask: is there any simplified criteria when chief internal audit should start thinking about introduction of automation of processes? Maybe it's quantity of internal audits, maybe it's quantity of internal audit projects per year, or it should be a very comprehensive analysis. Thanks.
I think that unfortunately it's not a simple question. I mean, and the answer is not simple. So I mean, it depends. I would say. What is your current, let's say, how do you feel that you are, let's say, an expert in this domain, and if you already perform any internal audit activities. If the answer is that you are that you feel comfortable and you are currently working with internal audit activities, then I mean implementing the solution should be pretty straightforward, especially if you are currently following the IIA standards.
Okay. One more question, Andrzej. I cannot leave you without this possibility.
I will go with one comment and one question, although I have a bunch of them. Jacek was very humble, and he wasn't very much bragging about the system, but the system is quite good. He showed the list of companies where the system was implemented, and funny enough, I worked in 3 of them. So I kind of stumbled across the system. So not only the system provides the audit function, but also they provide this automation of the SREP review. In Poland, it is called BION. For example, in Egon Insurance Company, there is SREP, and I believe that in PZ2 as well, this is the same. The platform also has multiple functions, compliance and risk management. So this can go hand in hand with the with other functions, second line of defense in the. Then the system, I have worked with many systems, Audimex, Teammate, and with this one, and I don't want to say that this is the best in the world, but definitely it's worth considering. Finally, the system can be implemented in certain phases. So, having said so, I will go into a question. Jacek, please, because I kind of initiated that. Please tell in a nutshell what are the main advantages of the system, not only for the audit but for the rest of the organization. Like what kind of other modules the tool has that the organization can utilize.
Okay, can you still see my screen or not?
No, we can see you.
Okay, so maybe let me start sharing the screen once again. I don't know why.
And by the way, on the picture you are younger than now. However, you are getting more and more handsome with every year.
Okay, I can't let's say reply to this comment, but
Jacek, I'm sorry,
let's.
but only 1 minute, please, because we
Okay.
out in 5 minutes.
So the main So the main benefits is, let's say, the robustness of the platform, intuitiveness, and when I talk about the robustness, are here are the areas that we cover. So internal audit has been already discussed. Then we have features for IT, information security, and risk management, compliance. Quality, which we defined as the quality and deviations management, as well as the audit findings and actions, vendor management, enterprise risk management, and the document. What we have internally is the document approvals and document management. And also, for the GDPR, we have also the modules which support the management of personal information. There is one more thing, that you already mentioned, that we also we have capabilities to provide or to monitor the internal, the effectiveness of internal controls and reporting to the supervisory authorities. This kind of annual report is called BION, about, let's say, the information, the strategic information about organization.
Okay, thank you so much.